Welcome to Muscat, the beautiful capital city of Oman and where our Oman adventures begin. With just one day to explore, we'll be covering all of the highlights, including the Grand Mosque, the traditional Souq, and ancient ruins. We fell in love with Oman right away. It's calm, it's welcoming, and it's unlike anywhere else.
Good morning, beautiful people.
We have arrived in Oman and we have a really big adventure planned for Oman. But in this video and today, we are going to be exploring the capital city of Muscat.
So today we're just going to get a bit of a glimpse of Oman and Muscat more precisely and explore first the food. And as you can tell behind us, the mosque here.
As you can tell by what I'm wearing.
As you can tell by Jacqueline.
This is the Sultan Qaboos Grand Mosque. It is gorgeous, super stunning. We came in the morning because it's only open from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday to Thursday. The morning sunlight, the cool breeze, the beautiful architecture. It is honestly so dang beautiful. It's a must-do if you come to Oman, absolutely.
But now that we're done with the first big attraction, we're gonna make our way to the Souq, where we're gonna find beautiful things to look at and properly to eat as well. That's perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. And after a 20-minute ride, which we used taxi by the way, and anyone can use it, you don't need a local number. To put into perspective, this was a 20-minute ride. It costed 3.4 Rial. And so yeah, 20-minute ride, we made it to the marina.
Look at the fort on top of the mountain right there. This looks so nice. We just kind of like arrived into, this is like the old area of Muscat, and there's a big port here with this very fancy looking kind of like mini cruise ship, but it looks luxury. And then there's the beautiful mountains in the backdrop. Anyway, this is the old area. So where the Grand Mosque is actually in the new part of town. And so this is all the way across the other side. So we're going to explore this area for a while.
Very exciting. Souq is a senses overload, but in the best possible way. They all have a different incense, they all try to sell you perfume, so they really have to rub it out as possible to make get your attention. So it's a really beautiful sort of journey with the smells, and the colors are also really beautiful. All the silk is beautiful, have very vibrant colors. So it's really good in all the possible senses.
However, this is one of those mosques where it definitely feels like things are not made locally anymore. Did I say mosque?
Yeah.
I meant market. This is one of those markets where it feels like things are not really made locally anymore, and most of this stuff kind of feels like it's imported from a certain country. Could be wrong, but it's given off that vibe.
Now, one thing that is local though is something called frankincense, which is basically what Oman used to have as the main producer in the world, and at one time used to be worth more than gold. And it's basically a bark from the tree. Don't quote me on that, but it's for natural medicine purposes. And some of those shops are actually selling it. Now, I don't know if it's a triple A quality that used to be, but those shops here are selling it, probably for tourists. But it is a good thing to see that there are still some sort of natural element of what this souq once was.
I actually have such a love-hate relationship with coming to markets because we don't actually go home after each trip. We can't buy souvenirs, we cannot travel with them, we just simply don't have the space. So I love coming to them because it is like good to see and they're fun experience. Like we just had the most fun walking through that alley. But I also hate it because I want to buy so many little things and souvenirs. But we don't have a home.
Salam. You open? This is those moments where you're like, she's either gonna beat me up or she's gonna be like, you know what, Max? Sometimes I really doubt you, but you do surprise me in a very good way. And this is one of those moments right now when if this next clip I have a black eye, you know why.
If the food is good, then all will be forgiven. but we walked 20 minutes in the opposite direction.
10 minutes, guys. Please, guys, support the man and support the idea of not following the crowd. Let's go to the restaurant that has no one sitting in it.
Yeah, that none of the locals eat at.
And no one have the best fish we've ever had. In 10 years, we'll still say, remember that delicious fish.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Spicy sauce.
Spicy sauce, perfect. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Space. Wow.
Thank
you.
Oh, that looks good though.
Thank you for bringing us to this strange restaurant in this strange alley where no one else is. That looks amazing. We're eating andak, and we got this massive plate of hummus. Oh, it's really good. It's like melt in your mouth fish.
Wow.
And this is one of those places where like it could have been really bad. That place was actually incredibly delicious. The guy was incredibly friendly and it was actually really good value for the whole fish plus the prawns, the whole lot, everything, including a tip. We only spent 9 rial, which equates to about 35 Australian dollars, which is incredible value for all of the food that we got. So much that we couldn't even finish it. Plus we fed some cats. So it was very, very good.
But now that we're full, we stuffed, we are gonna make our way to the local fort.
The local fort, like the local fort. To Mutrah Fort is what it's called.
And maybe get a tea or a coffee on the way.
Yes, we have to try tea here in Oman.
This is the first time we actually see the color of the water because over there it's like very rocky and the water looks amazing. Oh my god! We've been in cold weather and loving it since Greece.
But it is really nice to have some warmth again.
Wow, it looks absolutely marvelous. It's so exciting.
I know. We will be visiting the coast of Oman, not in this video, but in our next video, absolutely. So make sure subscribe if you're interested in seeing more areas of Oman. What a way to start our 2026 year of travel. So this is the Mutrah Fort that we're climbing. It was 3.3 rial per person to enter.
It is early Jan, therefore peak winter. So do not think of coming any other time of the year. But it is fairly quiet, to be fair. So it's not like the peak season like we are in now. It's super busy, so make the most of it. Come when it's cooler.
I never want to leave this spot because this breeze is just so nice.
Oh, very pretty.
So this is kind of a cool spot to give you an idea of the layout of Muscat. Like we said, we're at Mutrah Fort, and the reason it's called Mutrah Fort is because it's in the region of Mutrah in Muscat. And this is the old town area that's next to the port, which makes a lot of sense. But where we're staying and where the Grand Mosque was this morning was actually like almost a 30-minute drive all the way to the other side of the city, and that's called the new city of Muscat. And everything there is, I guess, a lot more modern. But if you look here, you can see everything's like a little bit more narrow, a little bit more higgledy-piggledy if you would, but they definitely have a pretty amazing view.
Now this fort was originally an Omani fort, and 2 years after that the Portuguese came and conquered or colonized Oman's region, or at least Muscat's area, and they reinforced it to make it a much bigger, broader fort. Eventually Oman took over power back from the Portuguese and I guess used it to their advantage. So there's a lot of history of different nations built within this fort, so it is quite well built up, but it is in a sense from the 15th century, so it has a lot of history.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Have a good day. We have made it to
the old city gate. Gosh, it's nice, isn't it? So this is the old city gate. It was originally built in 1888, but it looks so nice that I had to like do a quick Google of it to find out a bit more information. So apparently it didn't always look like this. It's obviously been restored because it was built in 1888, but they changed its appearance and kind of made it a bit nicer. It used to be a lot more functional and less beautiful, but with the restoration, they actually, I guess, updated it. So we've made our way to the Royal Opera House, which I think we can walk around the outside. I don't know if we're allowed to go inside, but we're gonna go find out. Unfortunately, the Opera House is not open today, so they normally do guided tours of the Opera House. The outside is beautiful, and let us know in the comments if we missed out on something really beautiful on the inside. Unfortunately, it was bad timing, but hey, these things happen when you travel. You don't always time everything perfectly. Sometimes things are closed, or you don't book tickets and you miss out. It's just the way that it is. The outside's absolutely stunning though.
I think we've owed ourselves a refreshment.
A tea.
Hello. We can sit here?
It's okay like that? Okay, lovely. Oh, Maxine. Wow. This is nice.
This is really cool.
So right next to our, or like a couple doors down from our hotel, is this little like traditional tea shop, I think. I'm not really sure if it's a restaurant or just a tea shop, but they have some teapots here, so we think they do tea. And it's just like perfectly aligned for a beautiful sunset. And we're sitting on like the floor on cushions with a tiny little table with legs this big, and there was all these people here last night at around this time just before sunset, and they were just enjoying having a tea, and it just looked so nice. So we were like, okay, we've got to come back here tomorrow. Perfect way to have sunset, because as you know, they don't drink alcohol here, so we don't go for like sunset and beers like we would maybe in Southeast Asia. We go for sunset and tea, which I love.
Yeah. Very different. It's like the best sort of way to immerse in the culture.
Alaikum salam.
Good, how are you?
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is for menu. Check.
What do people get when they come here? Normally, like they just.
Normally is liking for the same chai ahmar dalla.
And which is your favorite tea?
What do you
Favorite
recommend?
tea for the chai receive chai ahmar.
Chai
Red tea.
red
Okay.
tea.
Yeah, this is for the favorite.
I'll
You
try.
have your favorite one?
Yeah, we try your favorite.
one.
Red tea. This one.
Yeah,
Chai ahmar.
we try that. Yeah.
Chai amak. How do I say it?
Chai ahmar.
Hamak. Chai hamak.
Aywa. Chai hamak. Chai ahmar.
He's like, no.
And chai receive. Same name.
Okay.
Different name, but
Yeah.
same item.
Okay.
Chai ahmar and chai receive.
Chai
Okay.
hamak. Chai receipt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I
This is
try to
same
remember.
item, yeah, but different name.
Okay.
Okay.
Ahmar is for the Arabic.
Ah.
Chai receive in English for this one.
Ah. Okay. I hope you guys could hear in the microphone what he was saying, because we'll probably butcher it. Oh wow.
Enjoy your time.
Okay.
you.
Thank you very much.
From where?
Australia.
Australia is good country.
Yes.
Do we put this in the tea?
This is for mint.
Uh-huh.
I think you know for this one.
Mint, yes.
Yeah. This is for soydia.
Okay, so just so you know, guys, I've never done this. Or I mean, I've poured tea before, but
I just know some local Omani person is going to watch this and comment and tell us how we're doing everything wrong. But I actually want you to. Tell us how
Yeah.
to do it right. Like, we want the comments. We want you to let us know if there's a way to do it. But just also be nice. Just remember, we've never done this before.
ooh, that is
Ooh.
sweet.
I love how he's like, there's only a little bit of sugar in there. Well, this is it. This is having tea in Oman, watching the sunset after an amazing day.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Seeing the sights of Muscat, which were beautiful, by the way.
Mm.
I honestly could not get over how uniquely beautiful this city was. The mountains, the blue ocean, the like white buildings, like contrasting with the reddy brown mountains and then the blue ocean. It's just gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. 10 out of 10 city.
Super, super excited for the rest of Oman.
Yes, super excited.
Well, beautiful people, our time in Muscat has come to an end, but it is just the beginning of our time in Oman. As you can tell behind, we've got a cool rig. We've got a few friends as well, I don't know if you can see them. But we are spending the next 8 days exploring the country of Oman, exploring its landscape, its hike, its wadi. There's some beautiful places we're gonna go see. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe and tune in for next week because we are so excited for our next adventure. Cheers!